spotlight, I'm honored to introduce Aws Ayyash, a young Palestinian software engineer at Microsoft and the founder of Lingo AI. His work sits at the intersection of education, emotional well-being, and technology, and our discussion focused on positivity and the commitment to finding one's voice and path where opportunities are not always clearly given. We talked about his work at Microsoft and his Lingo AI project, where he's trying to reimagine language learning by focusing on personalization and learner agency. Our conversation is not only about AI or education, but about resilience, purpose, and the courage to stop waiting for permission and start building. So if you are looking for inspiration, this spotlight is a must. I'm really pleased that you're with us today. So thank you for agreeing to this.
Thank you. I'm happy also to be here with you. And thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Not at all. I'm going to start with our 4 quick questions. Okay, first off, one word that captures who Aus is right now.
I would say dreamer.
Nice. And what's the one advice you would have given to young Aus if you had the opportunity?
One advice, trust your intuition.
Nice. What's the thing you are most proud of at the present time?
I think that I connected with my inner self, my younger child, and
Awesome.
I'm happy that like I'm more trusting my intuition and myself about what to do next.
That's awesome. Aus, what's the small change that happened in your life but gave the biggest difference in your professional journey?
I think when I stopped waiting for permissions to do what I think is right.
Awesome. Aus, this is so amazing because you just put in a nutshell what we're going to talk about throughout the session. So let me start introducing everybody to who Aus is. Aus is the software engineer with Microsoft Office at the present time and a young entrepreneur, Palestinian entrepreneur. And I would like you to tell us in more detail who you are. Introduce Aus to the listeners, please.
Okay, I am Aws Ayyash from Palestine, and currently I'm a software engineer at Microsoft, working with the research and development team in education. And the product I work on is Microsoft Reflect, which basically focuses on the student and well-being and emotional well-being. From this experience, I wanted to do something myself. So I made recently I started doing Lingo AI, which is basically an English learning platform fully powered with AI and all four skills of English integrated in it. Okay.
Awesome. Uh, Els, can you give us a briefing? I remember when I first met you, you were telling me how recently uh, you graduated. When did you graduate?
Yeah. Actually, I graduated 2 years ago from Birzeit University. I graduated with distinction. I got the first place in my department, the computer science department. And also throughout my studies, I got a lot of scholarships and honor programs. And one of them was the Erasmus Plus exchange semester at Sapienza University of Rome in Italy. It was fun. I enjoyed. I tried to travel while there, and also I studied data mining and machine learning and cloud computing. And yeah,
Els, that's why I wanted you to reflect on that also for the listeners to understand how young you are, how resilient you are, and how much you've achieved in such a short period of time. You know, what you're doing at the present time, other individuals might not be achieving with more experience behind or under their belt, as we say. So I want to start with a question about how your young experiences or the experiences you lived when you were young shaped who you are now, because we always take and talk about the fact that early experiences shape who we become. So in Ausa's situation, I'd like to hear something about What in your younger years, what's the thing that shaped you most and helped you reach where you are at the present time?
Okay, I think like being raised and currently living still in a very small village in west of Salfit, west in the West Bank, near the separation wall. Uh, I think when I first being very small, like let's say 5 or 6 years old, like it's like I felt for the first time that I am aware of myself and that I am that I am existing in this world. So so I started asking myself like, who am I? What am I doing here? And who created me? And uh, who created these things around me? So from there, I think I started being more aware of myself and what I want to feel and what to do. So after that, let's say when I was 12, I started thinking about what I will be in the future or what I will be doing when I grew up. So I started searching for, at that time it was Wikipedia. So
Okay.
I was searching like every scientific, every science thing or path that I could do, I could be. I think the one thing that was very appealing to me was software engineering and computer science and programming in general. So after that, I started looking for more information about it, and luckily I had some cousins who work with such a path. So after few time, I knew this is what I will become.
You know what? I've read your blog earlier, and for anybody who is watching this, I invite you to also read Aus's blog on the edubridges platform. Uh, I'm really interested in your mother's role in your growth and progression with the English language.
Yeah.
So, how did that start? Because I'm going to be very honest with you, Aus. There is the perception that, unfortunately, there is the misunderstanding and misperception in different parts of the world about individuals in the region, let alone in Palestine, with regards to the capacity, the language skills, and whatnot. And you are a perfect testament to how wrong their misconceptions are, like how they are actually misconceptions. So, can you tell the listeners about your mother and how she influenced your love to English for English?
Okay. Basically, I was the first son for my mother, so I think it's like it was a new experience for me and for her,
Okay.
for sure. And I think when I was 4 years old, she started teaching me some English words. So basically, I remember, even I remember, she was always asking me for a lot of words and phrases when I was really young, in
Okay.
front of the cousins and the family. So, uh, yeah, that gave me some, let's say, more strength to trust myself and be myself, and gave me the courage that I needed to learn later on. So yeah.
No, no, please continue. I'm happy listening.
Yes, once I like it's like English became part of me. Even I remember when I grew more. Let's say when I was 14, 15. Uh, like I started listening for a lot of music and movies and
Nice.
all of the chances that I could learn more English. And I felt that at some point I talk even to myself in English. So I would say I learned English in my imaginations.
That's interesting. And I really like what you're saying because it connects to what you started off with, saying that you are a dreamer. And I really would like to move next to asking about the fact that you are growing and you learned and you're living in a context where some individuals would say that the path forward might not be always clear. or there are more challenges than other countries and other locations. This is unusual days, let alone nowadays. So, with that in mind, my question for you is, what helped you keep your commitment and keep moving forward with your focus, your interest in whether it is language, programming, finishing your degree, and at the present time working with an international company? What kept you committed and focused on this? And from there, my perspective is, what lessons can you give or advice can you give to others who might feel that on occasions, I'm in a tough world? So, from your experience, even though you are young in age, but you've proved that you are quite mature on so many fronts. So, tell us, please.
Okay, I think I remember when I first like I was feeling that I was unlucky because I'm in such context, in such place in Palestine. But I realized after that 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 was the ignition, let's say, the what drove me
The spark?
to where I am. Yes, the spark. And I think now I take all of the challenges or any bad situations as teachers or as opportunities to learn from them and grow more. So, and from there, I think what drove me and kept me moving all these years, I think that's something in me want to be free and want to enjoy this life and do something really nice for myself and for the world around me. So I think something inside me is telling me that something has to change. My life has to change. So I have a good reason is keeping me moving forward.
It's amazing, Aus. Your positive energy is shining through. Anybody who's listening to this will definitely get that positive energy and that contagious optimism. So I know that most probably you've had many, but I'll leave it to you if you're okay with sharing at least one challenge that you thought you will not be able to overcome, but with more focus you were and how you overcame it, if you're comfortable with sharing any of those challenges that you faced.
Uh, okay, like I'm at the end of the day as a normal person with everyone else. So I think a lot of challenges comes and goes, and sometimes you feel you are stuck and nothing is working and the life is just collapsed or you can't see any light at the end. But I think we have to do something. Just do anything you feel is right at the moment, and the good things will come naturally.
It's again, you're amazing, just again contagious energy. So with this, for example, let's move to where you are at the present time. You're working with Microsoft Office. Can you tell us a bit more about the program, the Reflect program, and what is your role with this project in particular?
Okay, basically, it's as I said, it's an emotional well-being and reflection between the educators and the students, and it's a way for Microsoft to track more attention on its product educational products, let's say
Mhm,
suite.
mhm.
So it has, as I said, check-ins with educators and students to reflect on what they feel about the classes and to raise more awareness about themselves and make more trust between the educators and the students. And also, it has meditations like brain breaks with music or stories and some simple games. And my main work focus on adding new games. Like they are simple games, but like uh, emotion guess or connection wheel and cards that small younger students play with them.
Is it available as part of the suite? Like, can you tell individuals more? Is it publicly available at the present time? Is it active? Or is it something that individuals need to subscribe for? What's the situation with it, if you don't mind?
Yes, yes, it's I think public, but for the educational subscriptions. So anyone has an education subscription with Microsoft, I think they should be able to use it directly for free within that subscription. I think for personal emails or personal accounts, you will not see this option to view it.
Okay. Okay. So, for those who are listening, can we put a link or something that can inform them more how to follow in case they need, or by the mere fact if they have an education account, it will be available for them?
Yes, do you want me to send it now?
Oh, we can put it later on when the editing is completed. Definitely. Thank you,
Okay, okay.
Aus.
Thank you.
And with that in mind, how do you work? Can you give us an overview of Aus's, since you're working in an international company? What does a regular day look like for you?
Okay, I actually work remotely from home,
Okay.
and the main team I work with is in Haifa, and you know, in the country, and
Yes.
there are some people who work from Germany and work from inside the occupied territories,
Yes.
and some of them are Arabs. Yes, so I think it's a diverse thing.
So, what is, because there is this perception that we have to be in the same room to actually make something work. And I know that when we moved with COVID, many people thought that, yes, we will go to online, it won't go back to face to face. And then everything went back to face to face. And people are forgetting about the fact that on many occasions, yes, working online can be helpful. What's the biggest lesson, or what would be like the biggest advice that you can give to somebody who wants to work online or who's working online and struggling with it? And I'll be very honest with you, I'm one of those. I'm somebody who's very old. I've worked face to face for a very long time. And now I'm working remotely with my team members across the world, you know, between Canada, UAE, Lebanon, and some in Europe. So what's your advice? What makes it work? If you are to give me a couple of suggestions.
I would say, like knowing what you have to do and what is your responsibilities, and also I think it's of course face to face work is has more presence and more let's say connections, but at the end of the day we have something to do and responsibilities to finish. So if we know exactly what we are doing or what we need to do, and if we are really willing and enjoying what we are doing, I think it will be so easy. I wouldn't say easy peasy, but
صح.
but
There-
yeah, but it will be manageable. Let's say.
Definitely. Uh, what got you, like when somebody hears that the perception that programming, individuals who go into programming are not that interested, like the first thing that comes to mind is not education. Okay. What was the thing that brought you back to education? And with this, my question is towards uh, Lingua AI in particular. I want to hear from you your story with regards to that move. And then if you can tell us about uh, Lingua AI. And I hope I'm pronouncing it properly.
I think yes, Lingo AI maybe.
Lingo AI. So my apologies, Lingo AI. Okay.
Okay, I think education and learning is a very important thing in our lives. I think without, let's say, the knowledge, without the knowledge or any science around us, we will not be able to really understand the life around us. So one thing is also English. Now it's the language of the world, of course, and I think all of the knowledge and research and the information that gives, let's say, the most recent research is available in English, because everybody around the world is researching in English. So if we learn English, basically we will have access to most of the countries in the world and the knowledge we like to learn. So from my experience, as we said, English was part of me. So I think when I thought about the education, I wanted to do something that I know something about, like to work on thing that on something that I have some knowledge or experience with. So that will be more easier to develop or imagine or think about it in general.
So, what in particular is different in Lingo AI than other tools? For those who are listening, what can you tell them about the program itself?
Okay, it's basically the idea that learning English from normal ways is that you go and see topics or passages around topics that maybe you are not very interested about, or very general, like the weather or the general situations in life. So the idea came that I wanted to learn something that interests me. Like maybe I want to learn about psychology or biology or whatever. So from this idea, I decided that with AI now we can easily create passages and any range of text easily if we have good specs and specifications. So from there, I decided we can create a learning module, and this learning module, we can decide what topic is it, what content type is it, narrative or stories, user children's stories or dialogues or literature, whatever, and also the level from A1 to C2, and also the translation language. We support the native learner language, for example Arabic. So once this learning module is generated, which contains passage and vocabularies, the most important ones, and also a set of activities, and each activity has exercises, and the activities are the reading strategies like skimming, scanning, predictions, and we have a set of variations in these exercises. And of course, we support the listening part, so the passages and vocabularies are easily listened to. And as I said, with translation to all of these are available.
So, if I'm understanding properly, let's say I'm a teacher and I'm working with my students, and the diversity in my students, I have some students who like to learn, some students who like football, while others like basketball, some like fashion, and some like cooking, and some like literature. With the help of Lingo AI, I can create different passages for my different students' interests. Is that what I'm getting through this?
Exactly, exactly. And now Lingo AI is supporting an organization sign up. So an admin can set an organization or yes, organization account, and he can invite his students, and with one managing account, all of his students can generate whatever they want, and also the educator himself can create these messages.
It's very interesting because so I can, as a teacher, create the passages and give them, and I'm thinking with the mindset of the educator so that I can work on differentiation easily. Because if I have some students who have different levels, they are in the same class, but some of them might be lower or some of them might be advanced. Let's look at the gifted, let's say. Some might be advanced. And this is one of the biggest challenges that teachers face, is that identifying or create or giving those students the different tasks. So with Lingo AI, I can actually help in differentiation with those activities and tasks.
Yes.
Amazing. Very interesting. And
Yeah.
can I ask, how did you come up with the idea? What made you think of it?
Okay, to be honest, when I started, it wasn't like this
Mhm.
fully mature like this now.
Yeah.
But like I was imagining, if I am a student and want to learn something, I would expect something to be more personalized or having such abilities, as you said, to differentiation and to make the diverse things for each, like each person is unique in some way. So after I started with first generating the module itself, then I decided, okay, we need to test very fast, like skimming or scanning, then predictions. So the higher order
Hmm.
thinking is also important. To so, so, so the idea is a learner can learn not only English but topics he's interested in.
Very nice. Now, are like how does this, let me rephrase, this does not take away from the teacher's role, because the teacher can still do whatever they need to do or whatever they plan on doing, but with the help of Lingo AI, they can actually identify and support the different needs within their classroom. So how can individuals interested check the program? How can they connect with you? And how would they be able to start, let's say, using it if they want to?
Okay, it's basically now available as a website. Also,
Okay,
can be downloaded as a progressive web app directly from the browser on mobile phones and desktop.
nice.
And soon, native iOS and Android apps will drop in soon. And
Okay, so we
to use it, yeah, to use it, I
please
think
continue.
it's. I imagine it should be very easy. Just go to the website link and
We will
and
definitely be putting the
and
link there for them.
yeah, and we have the main page that has some quick information about what to expect or what to see, and also have a very comprehensive guide, and also the learn pages. So once there's let's say a skills hub, and there you can navigate through topics you like and see the existing learning modules or generate a new ones. And now viewing is you don't need an account to view or interact with the app. But once you want to generate new modules, you have to sign up, and you can easily sign up with Google and with just 2 clicks if you have a Google account. And soon I will add more such things like Facebook, maybe if people are interested, or other let's say platforms. So it will be very easy to sign up.
This is amazing. And we will definitely be providing the link. And for anybody who's listening, if you want to reach out, you can also connect with us through edubridges or through his LinkedIn and the other
Yes.
platforms. And looking at AI, and with your knowledge at the present time, and with the capacity that you have been able, you've just graduated 2 years ago, and this is where we are with a platform that you're working on. Uh, how do you see education moving on? And what are you most excited about when you think of AI in education? So you were a student not so long ago. How do you
Yes.
see AI changing the whole field for the younger students?
Okay. I think AI is giving the opportunity to everyone to access all the knowledge or experiences they want to get or try or see. So I think this is very nice because it eliminates the burden between getting knowledge from only a group of people or somewhere only in schools or in universities. Of course, I learned that way, and it will be always important to to reach some experienced person or teacher or professor.
For
But
sure.
if you know what you want to read about or educate yourself about some any sort of knowledge, it will be so easy now, and it's happening. It's really easy, and even I myself, I would say I'm a student of life. So I
Yes.
keep learning every day. So when I want to learn something new these days, even when I developed Lingo AI, of course I didn't know all of the things that I want to build. So if
Yeah.
I was a software engineer, let's say 5 or 10 years ago, to develop such a platform, I will need years. But
Yes.
with AI, it's really really fast. If you really know what you want to do, and know how to express it, I think you will get a lot of very invaluable opportunities from AI.
Amazing. So let me ask you a tricky question. Since you are not a teacher, and this is why it is tricky, but you are a student who is sort of like you're a uh, younger generation adult who's closer to the student's age than me, for example. Definitely. My question for you is, from where you are sitting now, what do you consider that in the future will be the biggest role of a teacher? What can a teacher still give that AI or the technology or the learning that can happen online is not possible?
I would say we as a human beings, like we have empathy and we have intuition and we have hearts. So AI, of course, it's just programmed. At the end of the day, it's a programmed machine. It's very fast. It has a lot of memory to process, and very fast to get knowledge. But as a humans, we are different because we have intuition. We have empathy, and I think that's let's say the fingerprint of us as humans. So I think this will AI can never reach such emotions, let's say.
Uh, it's amazing. And the one running theme that I'm seeing with you and hearing Aus is the humanity part, starting from the dreaming all the way, from the first word we started all the way here. So thank you. uh, so as you look
Sorry, it seems
forward, what's your hope for the impact of Lingo AI? Can you hear me, Aus?
I think some disconnection happened. Can you repeat what you just said, please?
Yes, my question was, as you look forward, what's your hope and dream? Since we're talking about dreams, what's your hope and dream for your work with AI and education to reach, or the impact that you're hoping to have?
Okay, I think making the knowledge and such platforms or such ideas and way of learning available to everyone on this planet is really important. I think maybe I was lucky to have access to some sort of knowledge or internet or AI, but of course some people don't have such access. So I think if this could happen to all around the world, we could live in a different world, I would say.
Course, I know that we started off with the fact that with me, with the perception that we're going to talk about your learning journey and your professional career so far and your achievements. But I find myself pulled to talk to you more about the bigger questions and the deeper things with regards to the purpose in life. Like
Yes.
the depth that you have, the maturity that you have is just so impressive and so amazing. And what lessons or what advice can you give to individuals who are feeling that they are stuck? Uh, you started off with that, but I want to dig deeper and see what is the advice, like practical tips. Can you give some practical tips for individuals who are
Okay.
feeling they are stuck now?
Yeah, as you said, I was myself being stuck actually, and when I remember that time, like I felt that it's just I mean, like I have no ways or I can't do anything about it. But I would say for practical things, just start with yourself. Know yourself, trust yourself, and be healthy is very important. The most important thing in life is being healthy because your body, your mind is your only asset in life, I would say. And if you don't have things to do with yourself, you will be more comfortable doing other things. So once you reach a point where you are comfortable with yourself, you can think outside that.
It's amazing. I really commend you on your ability to reach this level of self maturity and self awareness at a young age. Bless you. You're really phenomenal, and you really are impressive. Okay, so before I finish with my final three questions, I want to ask you, is there something that you wanted to talk about and I didn't ask about?
Maybe the Lingo AI, maybe I could say more things about it.
Please, please,
Okay,
definitely. This is the purpose. Having
okay,
you, this is your time.
thank you. I think also the exercises can be different variations like multiple choices or gap fills or reorders to assess the cognitive level. Also, we have writing or speaking. So the writing parts, the student have an input and could answer some questions. It could be also variations of the strategies I mentioned. So that could, let's say, trigger the higher order thinking of the student, and the AI instantly provide feedback on the writing and the coherence, all these pedagogical specs. Also, the speaking part has a recording input, and same thing happen. The AI assess the pronunciation and also the coherence of what's being said.
This is amazing. I have a question that just came to mind. I know that most probably English teachers who are listening to this will ask, but do I have control over it? Like the idea is, as we are creating a passage that, let's say, relates to sports, for example, does the teacher have the capacity to modify once the text is created with the questions and answers, or is it just once it's created, the teacher has to use it as is once the prompt is given?
This is a very good question. Actually, for now, it's just as is, but it's very easy for me to give the opportunity for educators to change it. So it's a very easy task, I would say. If anyone is interested in doing such things, it will be available soon.
Okay, which brings a new question then. If anybody's interested in collaborating, testing, piloting, and working with you on developing the project further through piloting it with their students, are you open and welcome to that?
Yes, I would love that actually. Thank you for
Okay, wonderful.
drawing this question.
So, with this, we're calling upon any English teacher who is interested in supporting the development of Lingo AI through piloting with a small group of students or providing us with feedback. Please do connect. This will be serving a bigger good, a bigger purpose. So, this brings me to my final questions, Aus. What is one value you refuse to compromise on in your work?
I think the passion mode,
Okay.
the things that I feel they should be. It's difficult to answer the.
Your passion was extremely clear throughout the whole interview. So, and the first word that you mentioned was passion. So I think whether you want it or not, you'll not be giving up on passion. This is what shone throughout. Thank you. Uh, if you were to give one insight or advice to anybody who's working in education, so one advice or request for whether it is a teacher, whether it is a principal or a university prof, what would it be from your position as somebody who's involved in this, especially in the cross section between AI, technology, and teaching and learning?
Yeah, I think the personalization thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if the educator has the capacity to listen to the students and don't doesn't ignore their needs, what they feel, what they think, I think this is very important because me myself during my studies, I think I didn't have a lot of teachers who are such. I remember I
Yes.
had one teacher or two in in school who really cared about the students, or if at least if a student, if you know a student is different from others and you feel it, just speak about it. Talk to the student, raise his confidence, and listen to him or her. I think it will change a lot of lives.
Else, anybody who's listening will know when I say your depth is impressive. Uh, Last question. What's the one thing that you would want future Aus to remember or keep?
Uh, I think to remember that I didn't give up, and I wasn't afraid to take the different or new steps in my life.
Aus, this is a reminder to everybody who's listening that yes, dream, uh, follow your intuition, and never give up. So thanks a lot, Aus, for your insights and for being an inspiration to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you too. And I'm also like I was really very nice because you were not just asking questions, you were really responding and understanding what I was saying. So it's very nice to have someone like you. Thank you.
Thank you, Aus. It's a real pleasure.